to tick a box. I'm filming, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a YouTuber. I'm making a lot of videos in this place today.
Oh, okay.
But you don't often see the drugs dogs.
Explosive dogs. Yeah.
Oh, explosives dogs. Oh, there's different, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So the same dogs.
What's the recording for?
That's who I am, look. I'm a content creator.
Oh, okay.
You've heard of that last word, haven't you?
Yeah.
So it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So there you go. 11 seconds. Oh, my score's gone now, but I was 11 seconds slower than the guy who's been being paid to play on his games all day. What a job. So right, what is it actually you doing then? Are you doing access?
So Vidicon are a manufacturer of the Concept Pro brand.
Right.
We also distribute Uniview, which is an equipment that's designed to compete in the market against the likes of Hikvision and Hua.
All right.
The products are rich in analytics, good warranties, and the kit itself is fantastic. And Concept Pro is our premier brand,
right.
So that's what we built the company around. Vidicon, a company that's been going for sort of 27, 28 years. We manufacture the Concept Pro brand ourselves. All of the equipment that we distribute is NDA compliant, which is a big thing the way the market's going at the moment. And then we've got our fully fledged fire division as well, working in partnership with pretty much all of the key manufacturers. And then we also distribute intruder and access as well.
Right, okay. So for example then, say like if somebody had a door that they didn't want to put a man on, they didn't want to waste the wages on having somebody there, but they wanted to control the access through that door, what would your product be that you recommend that they can actually open that door when they want?
There's numerous ways you can do it. You can go just standard access control, so you would have a push button video intercom,
right?
That would relay to somebody that's elsewhere in the building, or even potentially not even in the office, through to their app. They would see what it is, see it's an approved person, the door would release. We've got, you see there, there's a Uniview unit there, which is the thermoscan unit.
All right,
so
okay.
What you can actually do with this is fit it to a wall, and when you turn up, this was key during the COVID parameters.
Yeah.
So you would turn up, your face would be essentially whitelisted if you were supposed to be there.
All right.
So then as you walk into, we have this in the office, so when we walk into the office, I walk into the face, they'll say, temperature's fine, Dan Parker, and the door will then release.
So it actually knows it's you by what, your eyes or?
So it's got its facial recognition. So as you can see, when I'm looking at here, there's a green square around my face, and that's it picking up my face in there. So what needs to be done is in the back end, you take images and then input that into the processor for it, and that just sits on a desk or whatever. And as I say, when somebody that's an approved face that's whitelisted, you walk up, it scans you in, and away you go.
So not only does it check your temperature to check that you're COVID safe,
Yeah.
but it knows that you're in the database. Can you also put people like ex-employees that so not only would they come up,
blacklist them, is that what you're saying? So,
yeah, so say like if you get the remote notification, somebody wants to come in,
yeah.
but it can tell you in advance that this person's already been blacklisted by somebody in the past.
Yeah.
So you haven't got to potentially let somebody who's...
Correct. So all that means is you would blacklist the same way you would a whitelist.
Oh, right, okay, that is an option.
So an ex-employee, for instance, will be on the database. All you do is change the options where it says approve access, it's deny access. So it means if they're picked up on that, the door won't release, it'll say you're not authorised to enter the building.
Say for example, right, Simon Cowell was on your whitelist. Mm-hmm. Now you know the Simon Cowell masks are readily available to buy.
Yeah.
I put a Simon Cowell mask on, would it detect?
What, that you're wearing a mask?
Would it think I'm Simon Cowell because I look like him with a mask?
No.
You know what I mean, don't you? The celebrity masks.
Yeah, I understand.
Has it been tested?
Yes.
Right.
So don't worry about that.
Facial recognition then, is it looking at contour of face or your eyes? Is it what specifically is it focusing on?
A couple of things really. So when it takes the photo of your face, and then it's obviously got the symmetry of your face and things like that. So but the beauty of it is with COVID, it also works on eyes and things like that, so that when you were coming in masked up, it's absolutely fine. It worked that way as well.
Yeah. So even identical twins, for example?
There's subtle differences between.
Really, is there? And it's all been tested, has it? Oh, that's brilliant. As well as being facial recognition, I can see it has got a card tap there,
Yes.
so you can also add the card to the list as well. Yeah, and then anybody that isn't automatically whitelisted, they'll then just be in communication with somebody who's got authority to let them in.
Yes.
Yeah. And is this just internal only, or is it waterproof?
No, so we would always recommend putting it internally.
Right, okay, so this is only internal only, okay. But are there external versions of this available, or would the screen stop that?
No, we could do it. There's ways around it. We have looked at it and putting a project together for something at the moment. So
would you say?
Test.
Yeah, it's interesting. Would you say that this facial recognition is more reliable than the fingerprint entry?
No.
So fingerprint is still more reliable.
So yes, and that's because depending on what level of biometrics you use, base level fingerprint, I would say this is probably better. But as you go to the higher levels, your fingerprint isn't. It's not just it reads the thumbprint. It actually goes sort of 2 or 3, 4 millimeters under the skin.
Right.
And it's looking at sort of vein makeup and everything. So
Yeah.
they're a lot harder to spoof.
Right.
And that's where. But I mean, what a lot of people do is they combine everything.
Yeah.
It's better to have more than not
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So what a lot of people will do is they'll have sort of airlocks, especially like cash depots and things like that,
Yeah.
where this will let you through to a certain door, but then you'll get to the next door, which will then be by your
Yeah.
right. Okay, that is a thumbprint that's recognised, right?
Yeah.
And then as that door opens, that door's locked until that door then shuts, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
the last cash depot I went to, actually, they had not only did they have the fingerprint, but then somebody would look at them on the camera,
Yeah.
so a visual, and they would need to tap through the turnstile. So you are right, you wouldn't rely on one thing alone if the risk is high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my friend. Are you both sides, are you?
Yeah, so this is all of our equipment. There's a concept program there, which is our own manufactured kit. And then you've got the UniView equipment on the other side of the wall.
You've got all these cameras across here. These are all Concept Pro.
Yeah.
These are all cameras that you can supply from the standard dome to
Yeah, so you've
the
got
household one.
standard Vandal domes, eyeballs, turrets, and then you've got small, medium, large bullet cameras.
Yeah.
And as you can see there, we've also got a range of PTs.
That is a really good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I can imagine. Do you go? Do you talk about zoom in times?
33 times.
33 times. Because this silly camera that I'm working on here only goes up to 3 times zoom, and I often have a joke with the viewers about it. So that can go 33 times. Wow.
In fact, it's one of these rooms.
We might actually get a demo of the camera. Wow, look at that. Have you got a capability to zoom on that?
Because it's on a tour.
Yeah, it's on a demo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, that is a zoom.
Yeah, so we've got it set up on a tour to show its full capabilities. So we've zoomed it all the way down to the fire exit door to show you the clarity of the image. There you go.
Oh wow, look at that. It's actually zoomed in on the telephone sign, which is all the way down on that far wall down there somewhere. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. I've done about a 10-minute video now, so I will include this on the channel. What was your name? Dan Parker.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dan. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Wow, so Videocon do a range of cameras called Concept Pro. You just saw all the different options there, and he showed us through the facial recognition version, which I thought was really brilliant. And you can also have the tap card. You can whitelist people, you can blacklist people, and you can actually remotely control it as well as being able to send it through to your security control room and controlling it from there. So, and he also let us have a go of his car game, which I did not beat his score. I was 10 seconds slower. But what a nice guy, eh? Thank you so much. Look who we have here, look. We won't interrupt him because he's in the middle of making a video. But that's what it looks like when you walk past him. And here we have the British Transport Police in the Birmingham NEC with their dogs. What are the dogs? What are they sniffing for, guys? Are they sniffing for drugs?
These are explosives dogs.
All right.
Yeah.
What, actively looking for explosives now?
We're here on an operation today. It's called Project Servitor, so it's just a high impact.
Oh, Servitor, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So that's what we've been doing over there, but we'll obviously come over
Yeah. With there not having any access, like checking of drugs and stuff, searching bags, I suppose this is the way around it, isn't it? To tick a box. I'm filming, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I'm making a lot of videos in this place today.
Oh, okay.
But you don't often see the drugs dogs.
Explosive dogs like that.
Oh, explosives dogs. Oh, there's different, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So the same dogs.
What's the recording for?
That's who I am, look. I'm a content creator.
Oh, okay.
You've heard of that last word, haven't you?
Yeah.
So it makes sense now.
Yeah, I just wondered what information would be interesting for you.
I'm interested in when the police have a dog,
Yeah.
normally it's to catch somebody who's a bit faster than a runner.
Yeah.
To catch a runner.
Oh,
Would-
yeah, I guess that was the traditional kind
Yeah,
of one.
yeah. So when we see a dog like this, I'm presuming it's with the mass of people around, I'm thinking drugs. But now you mentioned explosives, so
Yeah,
we're in a
you've got
climate.
explosive dogs, you've got GP dogs for general patrol, and then you've got specific for drugs. But yeah, they're trained differently for different things.
And the actual dog handler then is the training for a dog handler different to the person that would catch a runner?
The dogs are trained differently, yes.
No, the actual handler.
You'd have to speak to the
Oh, right, okay, yeah. We are interested in the nitty-gritty side of things of the policing. But do you know the British Transport Police? Would those normally be the ones that have the Expo dogs? Is it Expo?
Explosive dogs.
Explosive.
Yeah, it's an acronym.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not sure if the forces have them, but yeah, we have them.
So,
I'm sure
what-
the forces have them.
What force are we in at the minute? West Midlands?
Yes.
Right. But are you assigned to sort of West Midlands or the British Transport Police as a nation?
British Transport Police is a national force.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. So this dog is actually a British transport dog.
Yes.
Right.
And the handler is obviously a British Transport Police.
Got ya. So if there was a need for, there's potentially some explosives in this building, would you ever be called for just normal West Midlands activity?
Yeah, we assist.
Oh, right, okay.
Hand in hand. We're all one big police family, aren't we? So
Right. Would that be just if the other guys are not available, or would you
the closest
assist?
unit, and
Oh, the closest, really? Oh, wow.
I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
It's not something you see every day, guys, is it? The explosive dogs, which are assigned to the British Transport Police, and if they are needed by the West Midlands Police Force, then the nearest unit will attend. Wow, I did not know that. Explosive dogs.
Hey?
Explosive dogs.
Explosive dogs.
Yeah?
It's going to blow up, is it?
They're actually a part of the British Transport Police, but because they cover the West Midlands patch, if there was a requirement for an explosive dog, then they would assist the nearest unit, whether it be British Transport Police or not. So they're not just assigned to the transport network.
Right,
It's interesting, isn't it?
yeah. Are they here as part of the exhibition or?
They're on Operation Servitor today.
Right.
So the sergeants just explained where they come from and what they're doing. And the dog did sniff my bag, so I'm all clear.
Right.
Yeah, I've only got a pen in there, don't worry.
All right.
Oh, we're not live?
No,
Oh,
no.
I'm on a video though.
You're on the video.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to carry on looking around. Have you found some interesting stuff?
It's all same old, isn't
Oh,
it?
right, the same camera.
We're a job board, so very similar to like a Monster Jobs.
Oh, right.
We just specialise in advertising jobs with people's security clearance.
Right, okay, because when we're content creators and we're YouTubers, so when we go around these areas that should be secure, for example, you ever heard of Collins Aerospace?
Yes.
Yeah? On their exit barrier, the button is at the side of the barrier. It's not hidden in the gatehouse where only authorised people can press it. It's members of the public, and I pressed it for the video because this is not secure, this is not acceptable. So if they're portraying themselves as a secure site, you don't have that. The members of the security team, when they come out, they should have their SIA badges on display. Well, they don't. And they're actually trying to hide it for the camera. And there's no personal details on them, is there? It's only a number. And only the people with access to them databases can see the personal details. So what do you think, other than, do you think that's a valid point when we're raising that with them?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, why not? Well, because they could be anybody.
Okay, yeah.
You know, for you, you know, supposedly, but yeah, they should be displaying it so that they know that they are reputable people. They could
I
be
mean, we
some-
could go and put a high-vis jacket on and say, "Oi, I'm security."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that they've come out of their business, approached us on the public footpath, just because we're filming, And this is the interaction that the viewers like to see. What happens next? How professional are they? And one of the things that I've found, and that goes down well, is that just that. What else would you train your guys and tell them to do that we could pick up on?
Well, yeah, no, we're a job board.
Yeah. So when you send people to jobs, yeah.
No.
So you're not the middleman. So what are you exactly then?
So,
Are you an agency?
no,
Oh.
no. So we're a job board. So basically, you go on to say Indeed and look for a job. That will be advertised on their website. That's what we do. So you know you've got Auto Trader.
Right.
Auto Trader's a platform. They're not the mechanics or the garages, are
No,
they?
no.
So we're not the people. We're just like Auto Trader, but for jobs with people's security clearance.
But surely.
So you run software that people can access to look for security jobs.
And it's just basically a website platform. That's it.
So you're the platform. You're the marketplace.
Yes.
But
So
you
we have 2,500 jobs on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You advertise the jobs.
Correct.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But we don't actually. We wouldn't get your CV and go, right, we're going to put that into that organisation.
No.
It's just a platform to advertise on.
So you'll people. So say me, if I wanted a security job, I would advertise my wares on your website.
Sort of. You'd upload your CV. Yes.
Yeah. And then people will come along and say, oh look, he's ex-forces, ex-power, blah 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 blah. But do with him.
Yes. Yes.
So
Or they could say he's an old fart.
Well, yeah.
where would your benefit come from? Would it be from the person applying for the job or the person advertising the job?
Both really, because if an advertiser advertises for the job and they get no candidates applying for that job, then that's no good. But then likewise, if a candidate looks at our site for a job and there's no jobs on there, that's no good either.
But do you get a finder's fee from the employer? Where's your benefit then?
Advertising.
So you advertise like Google adverts and stuff on your website.
Right.
So if somebody goes on your website, so basically does what we do.
So
We
you're
put
relying
videos on.
you're relying on traffic. So you zero cost to the advertiser, zero cost to the
No, the advertiser pays a fee to advertise.
so the business that has got the job vacant. They're giving you a fee.
Yeah.
You also allow adverts on your site which pay you ad revenue.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
So
And it works both ways. So people like me could advertise saying I'm looking for a job.
Yep.
And
Oh no. You're a candidate. You don't pay anything.
No, but I could put my CV on your website.
But we don't charge you for that.
Yeah, hoping that a company will pick me up.
Right.
But companies pay to advertise for jobs.
Yes.
And I could go on there and say, oh, that looks interesting.
Exactly right. Yes.
Right,
But it's only DV, SC, CTC. So these are high-level clearances.
yeah.
right.
Well, when I mentioned Collins Aerospace, that would be one of your fields, right? So I want a job at Collins Aerospace. I upload my CV, and is there a survey that you have to fill in as well to say what qualifications you've got, what experience you've got? So it's not only the CV, but you want fields filling in as well.
Correct. Yes.
And if Collins Aerospace advertised a position, then would it instantly marry them up, or would it just flag up?
Actually, if the keywords that you put on your profile match it, then yeah, they will then. The job will be sent to you, and then you can apply for it.
Oh, right, okay.
You won't automatically get sent to them.
So they won't be notified that somebody matches.
No.
You can approach them.
No.
It's still down to the applicant to
The
proceed.
client, yeah, to the applicant to apply, basically.
Right, that's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Oh, so what's your website?
SecurityClearedJobs.com.
Right, okay, securityclearedjobs.com.
Yes.
And
It's just, I'm a bit thick me. If it's not got www dot in front of it, I'm buggered.
so, just for clarity, then, these abbreviations just here
Yep.
are those qualification abbreviations,
Clearance levels.
clearance levels. And would the applicant know that they've got that clearance level? Would they have had to pay for that clearance level?
No.
How would one obtain?
So, if you're in the forces, was you in the forces previously?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, right. So years ago, he was in the forces. He would have been security cleared to SC or DV level.
Right.
So the
what,
armed forces,
sorry?
you would have been cleared to SC or DV.
Right.
So you would have got that through the forces. Where maybe if you work for, say, Collins
Secure
Aerospace, it's secure, not so much secure, but say Collins Aerospace, they will put you through the clearance.
Got ya.
It costs about 15 to 20 grand to put somebody through DV. It takes 9 to 12 months.
Wow.
So is this because it's like... You know,
So these are all the industries that this company recruit for.
So which is the highest qualification on there?
DV.
DV?
Yeah.
DV is the highest qualification, which you've just mentioned him say 15 to 20 grand.
20 grand, eh?
So are you any of those clearances? No, you wish.
To be fair, I don't really need it. It's just an avatar. I don't, you know.
Yeah. And
You work on the technical side, don't
Well, sort of. Yeah, it's just more on the sales side.
oh,
you?
you're actually the director of the company, are you? All right, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have permission to include this on our YouTube channel? Yeah, it's all exposure, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
We've got probably between us, probably going on 60,000 subscribers.
Yeah, good.
yeah.
Millions of views.
And as I said earlier, normally our job is to stand outside of your places that are supposed to be secure, and we're testing their professionalism and seeing if we can find any security weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that one that I told you about there, they hated it so much they did call the police.
Wow.
And the police cannot do anything because we're standing on public ground, public property, filming for our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's a regular thing, people phoning the police, isn't it?
Yeah. So
And then we fly drones as well, so they really spit the dummy out if we fly a drone.
and that's a really good point. Collins Aerospace have put signs on their fences saying no unmanned aerial vehicles allowed. Well, they're only a business. They can't tell the members of the public that they can't do a lawful activity. Only the CAA can. So we're really pushing boundaries but staying lawful. So thank you for your time.
No problem. Thanks a lot. Take care.
You'll
See you
see
later.
yourself on YouTube later.
Yes. All right. See you
What's
later.
your first name?
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. Thank you
No
very
worries.
much.
And Sean,
It's a posh Smith. It's just
Yeah.
with a Y instead of
Yeah.
an I.
Toy Superstores. Sean, before we go, can we have a mint?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. And what about a pen?
Yeah.
I'll have one. I've got a mouth like a camel's armpit.
I would say they're foxes. Oh, they are foxes, aren't they?
They
Look
are
at
foxes.
look at the new wrappers that foxes have got, eh?
No advertising.
Ah, and I'll take a pen as well, just for good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Full of
Take care.
pens. You want some of mine?
No. Thanks a lot.
So there you go, guys. scjsecurityclearedjobs.com. That's all the industries that they cover. And I really enjoyed that chat. So you can see that these high-end firms that have got high risk and they've got certain levels of security that they have to comply to, they can't just employ any old SIA registered security staff. You have to be cleared to special codes as shown there. And this particular platform, middleman, app, these actually specialize in those advanced clearances. You know, I wouldn't have even thought that was a thing. I would have thought SIA is the only qualification that these sort of places ask for, but obviously not. Look at that for a backdrop. All those big names on there, look. But the one I like the best is that one. The NPCC, the National Police Chiefs Council. They are the ones that tell the police forces up and down the country what they should be doing. And here we have the British Transport Police. And it's not very often you see that lot. We're recruiting cadet leaders. So we noticed that the British Transport Police were walking around with their explosive dogs, but I didn't expect them to actually have a stand. Volunteer with the British Transport Police. So I wonder if this is to simply trying to get volunteers then. But you'll notice on the table they're trying to involve the children with the Thomas and Friends literature. And there they are walking around with the explosive dogs. The British Transport Police volunteer cadets are currently recruiting for young people from the local area to take part in a truly unique experience, a chance to work alongside police officers and staff, taking part in various schemes and projects all over London and nationally. We're in London, Birmingham, Basingstoke, York. Meetings are every Tuesday, with events during the weekends. Membership is free, uniform is supplied. Activities including working with British transport officers, visiting specialist units, camping and outdoor activities. So it's really targeting the young children then, but it doesn't actually say any age. Yeah, hi.
Are you interested in this?
I'm just interested in what it's all about because it don't mention any ages.
My mistake. Go on. That's a typo. 13 to 17-year-olds.
All right, 13 to 17.
That's our scheme. There are other schemes with other local forces. So each county has its own forces and stuff like that. But British Transport Police is a national force, and we cater for 13 to 17-year-olds.
Okay, and this is volunteering to get involved, get them while they're young, so that they've got a little bit of a taste for it in the future.
Certainly is.
Right. Okay.
It's very similar to sort of other cadet organisations, but obviously it's got that police spin on it, so they get involved with the different departments, the dogs, the firearms, and all our other specialist departments. So they get an insight into policing, understand what it's all about.
Yeah.
And it's all about sort of good citizenship and stuff like that, and getting involved with the local communities.
It is, and making a positive difference to the area that you live. Yeah.
Seriously.
So
and that works for adults as well, because obviously we're looking after cadets, but we're also looking for leaders from the local communities as well to help cadets to bring in their experience and stuff like that, and sort of, whether they come from the military or other sort of security backgrounds, or you name it.
And same again, a bit like the Army cadets, they also have instructors and leaders and stuff like that. So the thing that I'm interested in is does it depend on what area you live? Because I know it's a national service that you provide, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was speaking to the explosive dog handlers earlier, and they said if a requirement, say like we're in West Midlands Police Force at the moment, if West Midlands Police had a case that they needed an explosive dog, even though you guys may be the nearest, you could be called, even though it's nothing to do with the transport network.
Yeah, seriously. There is that sort of mutual aid between police forces. So it's been there for as long as I know, really.
And that I did not know myself. So the fact that you've got British Transport Police all over yourselves, you can be called by the local.
There are sort of national agreements, for mutual aid, in public order situations, and as you said.
So for example, then, would West Midlands Police Control Room know where you guys are? Would it tell them, or would you share the airwaves?
Well, we're all on the airwave system, though we have different talk groups and stuff like that. They might not necessarily know where we are, but they can make contact with our control room to establish where our officers are and ask for help.
So if they know that their handler is too far away, they'll just switch onto your airwave and ask if you're available.
Same with officers as well. They will try to establish where the closest unit is. And sometimes, train stations are quite isolated sometimes, and we might not be the closest unit, so they'll go for a local unit and try and get them there sooner. That's really interesting. So like if your guys are near a train station, for example, and they spot over in town centre that there's a fight going on, you would simply volunteer yourself to solve it. Yeah, brilliant. They will go and deal with it.
Did you actually create this document yourself then?
I did this one. Yeah,
right, okay. There's one more other thing. I'm not picking on you. There's one more other thing just there. Look where it says meetings are every Tuesday. You just forgot the S on meetings.
Oh man, thank you very much for that.
I know, like you
had to change it for this event because we've got normally I have a specific one for each unit, and I did a generic one, so
I'm only having a laugh with you. But do you know when the children are trying to learn from the role models?
Mate, even I'm learning something.
Just show me what's on your table then, just before I leave. Are you trying to get the children involved with like literature?
Yeah, seriously. So Thomas the Tank Engine. So this is a scheme with Network Rail and British Transport Police. Railway safety, Thomas the Tank, excellent.
Isn't that
the right age groups?
Isn't that a bit lower than the age group you're targeting, Thomas?
Not for cadets.
Right. Okay.
These are for lower age groups.
Right.
Like that. So if this stand is about volunteering. Really.
Yeah.
So not only are we looking for young people and sort of 13 to 17-year-olds, but we're looking for adults as well to come and volunteer as special constables or as a volunteer. There are opportunities to come and volunteer to help with drugs, dogs training, etc. Things like that.
Yeah. It's all about community engagement as well, isn't it?
And it's as simple as that.
You're the good guys, basically.
We try to be.
Yeah.
We try to be.
Well, this video will certainly portray that. I'm a YouTuber. I'll include this on my video if you don't mind.
No, that's lovely.
And it's really been a positive look on the BTP.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Bye.
So there you go. Another really nice engagement. I don't think you're going to have a bad engagement at an exhibition like this. So there you see a little bit more about the British Transport Police and how they're trying to get the volunteers from such a young age as well. And that will give them a bit of a taste for it and make them want to continue in that path and make a positive difference to the community. So another one done. Look at that for a mixer desk, eh?
So what we have to do as the good companies is explain why.
And that's the transmitter and the receiver for the wireless mics.
For any of you delivering security
Massage the senses. Hearing, vision, taste, smell and touch. It makes sense, they say. MassageTheSenses.com.
Sorry.
How bizarre. So we're trying not to make the videos longer than half an hour if possible. So I'll cut this one here and part 3 will be shown tomorrow. So the premiere will be at 4 o'clock if you can make it. Bye bye for now. Thank you for watching.